After being a model for a little while and/or a cam girl, a woman might join OnlyFans. In the beginning, she might only share naked pictures of herself, but as time passes, she can take things further. Thanks to what she is doing, she could be earning far more than she ever has before. However, she might want to take things even further and could end up trying to set a new record, for instance. If she does, she can end up being known not only by people who view this type of content and those who frequently use social media sites where this content can be freely seen, but also by those who don't view it or use social media. In other words, she can end up achieving a greater level of fame than she would have otherwise. Additionally, she can earn far more money than she would have done if she hadn't taken things further. Nonetheless, while she can earn more money and receive more attention, she can also receive more criticism. Not only can individuals condemn her behavior, but different media outlets can also do the same thing. Moreover, she might end up being removed and then banned from certain countries. Still, she could typically take all this in her stride and see it as something that is helping her to raise her profile and achieve her goals. This can primarily relate to her having sex with as many men as possible and earning as much money as she can. What is likely to make it easier for her to handle the criticism that comes her way is her family and perhaps her friends. She can be surrounded by people who are on her side and have her back. If this wasn't the case, and she was more or less isolated from others, it is likely to be a lot harder for her to do this. They could even come out publicly and make it clear that they are on her side, or words to that effect. When it comes to what she will say about what she is doing in the face of criticism, she could say that she is a very sexual person and loves sex, for instance. She could also talk about how well she is doing financially and how this is helping the people in her life. Based on this, she will only be doing this because of the sexual and financial element. And if it is put forward that she has issues with her father, for instance, she could deny this and say that she doesn't have any issues with him. Nevertheless, assuming this is what she says, what if these are not the only reasons why she has gone down this route? What if she is being driven by needs that she is not consciously aware of? As not only does she have a conscious mind, but she also has an unconscious mind. This other hidden part of her can contain pain, unmet developmental needs, adult needs, and parts of herself that she has rejected, among other things. But even though this material will be outside of her conscious awareness, it will influence how she feels and the thoughts she has, what she wants, and how she perceives reality. So, as she has gone down this route, there is a chance that she is carrying a number of unmet developmental needs. For example, her time in her mother's womb and her birth might not have been very pleasant, and/or the first few years of her life might not have been very nurturing. Now, if the first few years of her life were not very nurturing, this might have been a time when she was greatly deprived and deeply wounded. Her mother and father, that's if he was around, might not have been very attentive or consistent with their care. And when her mother and perhaps her father were available, they might have often provided misattuned care. Thus, it would have been normal for her to feel ignored, invisible, helpless, hopeless, and worthless. To handle what happened and to keep it together and function, her brain would have repressed how she felt and a number of her needs, causing her to lose touch with part of herself in the process. Many years will have passed since this stage of her life, but the needs that were not met won't have disappeared. Instead, people and things will take on a symbolic meaning and will be seen to her unconscious as something that will allow her to meet her unmet developmental needs. So, on one level, there will be the pleasure that she experiences when she has sex, along with the attention and money that she receives. And then on a deeper level, there will be the sense that she is finally receiving the love that she missed out on as an infant, toddler, and or perhaps a child. But as it is too late for her to receive this love, not to mention that another man is not her mother or father, the sense of wholeness that she experiences won't last. Due to this, for her to maintain the sense of wholeness that she experiences by having sex and receiving so much attention, she will need to keep having it and receiving the same amount of attention. Therefore, along with what her brain is doing to keep her unmet developmental needs and the pain that goes with it outside of her conscious awareness, her behavior will serve as a secondary defense. Yet, if she were to no longer behave in the same way, it doesn't mean that she would instantly become aware of what is driving her behavior. No, what it is likely to mean is that she would soon start to feel agitated and restless, as she wouldn't be releasing the tension that her repressed pain and unmet developmental needs are creating. With this in mind, if she can relate to what is going on and wants to change her behavior, she will need to reconnect to what is taking place outside of her conscious awareness. This will allow her to gradually face and work through her pain and experience her unmet developmental needs. The outcome of this is that she will no longer be driven by unconscious forces and will become a more integrated human being. This will take courage, patience, and persistence. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.